I think what's happening. Propaganda.
Because neither party is blameless for the decisions that led to this problem, both parties have a responsibility to solve it.
Yeah, Obama says that after he opens up his speech by implicitly blaming the Bush administration for our present economy. Obama passes blame like a dude breaking wind and saying the dog farted.
Rico.
Obama keeps wanting to give the darling of the Democrat Party, Bill Clinton, the credit for the surplus we had at the start of the Bush administration, while leaving out the fact that the Republicans had the majority in the House and Senate. That's a big part of the reason why we had that surplus you liberals are always bragging about. You liberals seriously have a big problem with passing blame and taking credit. I'm Al Gore, and I invented the intercourse. Then Obama wants to point to Reagan for raising the debt ceiling. Reagan raised the debt ceiling because during his administration, it was a majority of Democrats in the House and Senate, and they spent like drunken sailors. And I want to say that from this day forward, drunken sailors should no longer be the euphemism for excessive spending. It should be spending like Democrats. Republicans are part of the spending problem too, Zoe. You darn skippy. And that's because they're acting like Democrats, which justifies me still saying spending like Democrats. Liberals keep trying to invoke Reagan. They so hate it when we bring up the past to them, but it's always okay for them to bring up the past. They got a real bad habit of driving while staring into the rearview mirror in a car with a so-called progressive bumper sticker on the back of it while having the nerve to be honking at the rest of us. Liberals, as usual, cut out important facts to make their so-called points. For example, with that 54-second video of Reagan saying we need to raise the debt ceiling. The liberals focus on that while leaving out Reagan's following statements. He said, for those who say further responsible spending reductions are not possible, they are wrong. For those who say more taxes will solve our deficit problem, they are wrong. Every time Congress increases taxes, the deficit does not decrease, spending increases. But nope, the only thing liberals hear is something that can justify them being liberal with taxing people and liberal with spending other people's money. And since these liberals are paying so much heed to Reagan, you might want to pay closer attention because he's basically telling you that the only thing that is going to happen every time the debt ceiling is raised is that Congress is going to take that as a license to spend even more money. Woo! We got a higher debt ceiling. Woo! So, while Obama and liberals keep trying to use the point that other presidents have raised the debt ceiling, they're just overlooking that it obviously doesn't work. Because the government continues to spend more money than it has, and it keeps getting worse. Obama's got the nerve to talk to us about living within means. And liberals don't find that strange, like Anthony Weiner didn't find it strange to call Bill Clinton. While we're at it, let's have Bill Maher teach Sunday school. I'm sure Bill Maher thinks he'd make a better Sunday school teacher, but he may need to be baptized first. And I reckon the only baptism that'll be suitable for Bill Maher is to dunk that punk in the toilet and flush that piece of shit. Anyway, I don't even get why Republicans entertain the Democrats with coming to a compromise concerning the debt ceiling being raised. Republicans say, well, if we did this and if we did that, and if you meet these conditions, then we could go along with raising the debt ceiling. No. How about this? If Congress would cut taxes, cut the spending, and knock it off with spending all the money they take from you while putting us into debt by borrowing money from other countries to replace the money that our Congress took from you, there'd be no reason to raise the debt ceiling. So no, I'm not interested in a compromise. I want my team to win. I don't want a compromise. I don't want a tie or a draw. People don't go to each other and ask, hey, did you see the game last night? Just so they can hear the answer, dude, it was awesome. They tied again. I love it when that happens. Of course we want good sportsmanship. Compromise? No. Compromise is not a winning strategy in this arena. I hate to break it to you, but not every American is on the same team. We have opposing goalposts. Every American has a different idea of what America is from very small to very large degrees. We form teams to hold the line and make sure that those who have it in mind to form America in their image doesn't succeed. So no, I don't want a compromise. I want conservative principles to win. Everything Obama proposes costs more than it benefits. Liberalism simply just costs more than the benefits it promises. Y'all, it happened before. it will happen again. The debt ceiling will be raised and Congress will not honor the conditions. Taxes will press on, spending will not be cut, and the borrowing will not stop. They're going to continue just as sure as they will continue to scare senior citizens, provoke class warfare, and play the race card. You liberals elected Obama because you thought he could fix things. The only thing he's fixed is blame, because he's not a problem solver like Herman Cain. And I gotta say, when Boehner gave his retort, he reminded us that he ran a business. And with Republicans, that's supposed to be really, really important. It's important to Republicans in office that you know that they know what it's like to run a business. That's what really matters. Well, Herman Cain has run businesses, successfully too. But often, I hear Republicans dismiss Herman Cain because he's only a businessman and isn't politically savvy, and even feel that Romney is the guy to beat Obama. Dang, that's funny. Listen, Romney being a better president than Obama ain't the same thing as being able to beat Obama. Of course Romney would be a better president than Obama. A fried duck could be a better president than Obama. I don't care how much better a president a person can be. That person has to be able to beat Obama first. And you'd really prefer trying to run Romney against Obama over Cain?